Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I rise today in strong support of this resolution to denounce the anti-Semitic terrorist attacks that occurred in Boulder, Colorado on June 1st of 2025. And first and foremost, let me say my heart goes out to the Jewish community who are peacefully advocating for the release of hostages held by Hamas. This anti-Semitic terror attack was disgusting, and this type of hate has no home in Colorado. And as we've heard, this man yelled anti-Semitic language while harming innocent people who had peacefully gathered. And we stand in strong opposition and denounce this attack. But this attack was not an isolated instance. It's a part of a surge in anti-Semitism that is going unaddressed. Whether it's the Pennsylvania governor's mansion, a couple in Washington, D.C., or peaceful protesters in Boulder, these attacks should not happen, and it is a tragedy that they continue to happen, and I can speak directly to that as a cop and a soldier for 22 combined years who spent the better part of a year in a combat zone deployed in support of the global war on terror, and who has responded and helped with tragedies in Boulder, Colorado, both as a National Guardsman fighting wildfires and putting together the crews and deploying the aircraft, and also as a police officer on the Honor Guard who has stood with our colleagues in Boulder when they lost an officer in 2021 in an active shooter event. And so I'm focused on making sure that we have a conversation around how do we prevent this from happening again. And unfortunately, in sanctuary states like Colorado, local law enforcement is prohibited from sharing information with their federal counterparts, Mr. Speaker. And this terror attack in Boulder is an example of why these sanctuary policies are dangerous to the safety and well-being of Americans. As a former police officer, I know that law enforcement must be able to work with authorities to keep Coloradans and Americans safe. In this particular case, the attacker was an illegal immigrant who was granted a driver's license by the state of Colorado, had multiple contacts with law enforcement prior to the attack, most notably when he tried to buy a gun and failed a background check. And this is on top of publicly espousing support for an organization that is known to have jihadist problems and jihadist leanings. Colorado's refusal to allow law enforcement to share basic information with federal immigration authorities highlights the danger of these policies, and it's a contributing factor to the rise in crime rates, which are impacting the lives and the safety of all Coloradans. Colorado now ranks second in the nation as the most dangerous state. Without Colorado's sanctuary laws, this attack might have been prevented. And so I urge my colleagues to stand in defense of American values and join me in passing this resolution, which is focused on keeping Americans and Colorado safe and having the discussion around the solutions to have the policies to accomplish that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yield back.